told Tina not to pay that much. All right. So once again, welcome to Fave 5 from Fans, the show all about favorites. I'm your lost host. I'm lost all day.
Microphone Studios.
Yeah, that's true, but it's going to make just a second.
Oh.
Yeah, it's going to tie in. I try to do that sometimes.
No.
And today we have my co-host of Sequel House.
I'll take it.
Not of this show.
I'll take it.
He's the co-host of this show, Jeffrey Corbella. Welcome back to the Plastic Microphone Studios, my friend.
How are you?
I am wonderful now that you're here. I mean, it just, you brighten the room, which is why I had to turn down the lights. Well, actually, I guess we both do.
Oh.
Yeah.
I was growing it out.
No, it's not.
That's why both of the hairs are there.
So today, we are really lost. Because we are talking about a topic that Jeffrey brought to the table. Tell us what it is.
You kind of brought it to the table.
You said you wanted to do a show about this.
Okay.
And then I said, well, instead of episodes, let's do this.
Right. Okay. But this all started because you took me out to dinner and you were like, hey, this is my car, get in it. And then you called it Mr. Echo.
Uh-huh.
And I was like from Lost? And you said, well, yeah. And I was like, I didn't know you were a big Lost head. And I was like, yeah. And we went back and forth. And naturally, we have to do a show about Lost.
But we're not going to do our favorite episodes.
No. That would have been
kind of boring. We're not going to do our favorite co-stars or our favorite stars or our favorite characters. None of that. What are we doing?
Just our favorite things from Lost.
Things from Lost. Not things that we lost. Like my ultimate yellow frisbee when I was in 3rd grade that my at then time best friend Joey threw over my head and it landed on next door neighbor's roof and you could not go to his house. So it stayed there.
Gotcha. Was your neighbor James Earl Jones?
No. That's my uncle.
Oh.
Yeah.
Did you get my reference?
I did.
Okay.
Yeah. From Big Bang?
Nope.
What?
Sandlot?
Oh, yeah, Sandlot. My American sports ball trivia is just not what it... Even though I did a whole episode about logos.
You did.
And I think I impressed Jay Hall just a little bit.
So I was... When y'all came up with that, I was like, ooh, it'd be neat to do, fake sports teams.
Right.
And you guys kind of touched on
I did a few.
So I was like, oh, well, they kind of did it. So I don't have to.
Yeah. Right. Go Washington Sentinels.
Right.
So, let's just, what we're going to do is we're going to talk about the things that we liked about the show. And it could be characters. It could be locations. It could be stories. It could be whatever it is. Mm-hmm. But it's the things that we liked.
Right.
And so to do that, I, once again, asked my co-host, Jeffrey, to come up with a list of 5 of his favorite things and 2 honorable mentions. And one thing I will say about Jeffrey, he comes in with just 2 honorable mentions because he's a good guy.
And I follow the rules.
You do. You follow the rules. Right. Better than I have in a couple of times.
Yeah, because I think you've broken your own rules.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's my show, so I get to do that.
Fine. That's fine.
I guess I can't do that on Sequel House, which just came out.
That's right.
That's right. And you can catch it it's streaming on Spotify and all the other places.
And the video on YouTube.
That's right. And if you like it, like us, follow us, find out. We're going to be doing another one for the month of December. And so that should be fun.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, you brought it. We're going to do it later on tonight.
I think so.
Yeah. Awesome. Okay. Well, look. You got anything you want to say before we get started?
I know that people had trouble with Lost. I know that some people got...
Like they couldn't find it?
No.
Oh, okay.
Some people were confused by it. Some people hated the ending.
Some people love the ending.
Some people love the ending.
Like 4 or 5 people at least.
I loved this show.
I did too. We've watched it twice.
We won't count how many times I've seen it.
I have a life.
I saw the trailers from the beginning, and I was like, this is my show, this is my jam.
Right.
My best friend and I were like, we're in, let's watch this. And we followed everything.
Okay.
We were...
You have given me a lot of nuggets along the way of things I didn't know.
Yeah.
So,
did I?
Yeah,
something?
yeah, you told me about Charlie's band actually having a pretend album that came out. I didn't know that. You know?
That might come up later.
It might.
Spoilers. So, do we want to start?
I think we jump right in.
Okay.
I think you go ahead and give us both of your honorable mentions.
So my first honorable mention is the people who just stood around and watched everything go down. At one...
It's like as soon as somebody came on that had a name, oh, they're dead. They're dead. Yep.
Well, okay, what I liked is, at one point, Jin is beating Michael nearly to death.
God,
and
so
everybody
bad.
is just standing around going, oh, what do we do? I wish a main character would come along and stop this.
Yes.
And when you've seen the show as many times as I've seen it, you stop watching the maid stuff and you're like, there's just three guys going, oh no.
I ain't getting in that.
Right. So
My business.
I laugh at those scenes, you know.
So that would be the NPCs?
Yeah, non-player characters.
Look at me.
Well done. You played a game.
No, but I read something about it. Oh, I did watch Free Guy, so I get that.
That's fair.
Yeah.
So that's my first one.
Okay.
And, as always, there's a fun fact.
Sponsored by... You actually owe me some money. I have an invoice for you later.
As soon as I get people watching my show, then you'll get some money.
Okay.
So my fun fact for my honorable mention, there were 324 people on board Oceanic 518.
Okay. What about 815?
What did I say?
515.
Oh, on 815... I've seen the show.
Sure you have.
There were 324 people.
What's in this?
There were 324 people on Oceanic 815.
Mm-hmm.
72 survived the crash. 71 humans and Vincent.
Oh, Vincent.
Of those 71/72, 23 were unnamed.
Okay.
Everybody else got a name, a character, or something.
Hurley knew their name.
He did.
Because he went over the whole manifest.
He sure did. Mm-hmm. So yeah, only 23 were unnamed.
Wow.
And they even, people even started tracking where people were sitting and got, the majority of the where people were in.
Wow. Interesting.
People got real nerdy about this.
Is a fun fact.
It is.
All right.
All right, honorable mention number 2 is related to the show.
Okay.
It was the community that developed around the show.
All right.
And the people gathering, because it came out on Thursday nights.
Okay.
Right?
Sure.
Came out on Thursday nights. And I remember going to work Friday and people going, okay, let's talk about this.
Okay.
Did you see it?
Yeah.
Who is this guy? Mm-hmm. What does this mean? Was that a shark that flew by with the symbol on it? And and everybody was talking about it.
A polar bear! Mm-hmm.
And then there was also all the stuff on the internet, including a website I visited often called Lostpedia.
Okay.
Have you been to Lostpedia?
No.
It is a rabbit hole.
I've been to Wikipedia.
So it's next door.
Okay. So, but no, I've not been to Lostpedia.
Lostpedia is Wikipedia, but just for Lost.
We're giving you a huge shout out.
Right. There's a show that ended 15 years ago.
11 people in Hungary. They all share one computer, but they're going to go to Lostpedia.
So...
Is that a .org?
Yeah? I don't know.
You got to come with the facts, man. I'm just saying.
How
are we going to get paid?
We won't.
Okay.
We won't. It's a free site. So I remember that I could not get Lostpedia at work. Okay?
It was blocked.
It was blocked. Okay. So what I would do is, because every article had hey, here's a bunch of fan theories, here's a bunch of ideas. So you would click on Charlie, and then go to the fan section, the theory section.
Right.
I would, after each episode, early in the morning, copy-paste the whole theory section for that episode, email it to myself, and then read it at work.
Sticking it to the man.
And then, like, throughout it, I would text my friend, like, did you see this? And he'd be like, yes, it's been updated. You haven't gotten to it yet. And it was the whole time. Again, me and my best friend.
That's amazing.
Dove straight into
it really is. I didn't think you would have a friend, but that's great.
Have you?
No, I'm just your co.
My co.
I'm your coho.
Coho.
Because you can't be a coho if I'm not a coho.
Okay. So Lostpedia, as of June, has 7,497 articles.
Wow.
About this silly show.
Wow. So when you say as of June, was June the last one that you've seen?
No, that's just when I wrote all this down.
Okay. All right. That's very cool.
So, yeah.
I like that.
That's what I like.
Okay.
Your honorable mention, sir?
So my first honorable mention is the show within the show.
Go on.
And I am talking about Expose. Season 3, episode 14. You may remember the ill-fated couple, Nikki and Paolo.
Right.
Okay. Well, this was the show that followed a detective investigating various crimes, kind of with a melodramatic, kind of a little noir, present day thing. And it was campy. It had Billy D. Williams was in it for a minute.
Right. He was the bad guy, wasn't he?
Yeah, Scorpion or something like that.
Sure.
So the name of that show was called Expose, as was the name of the episode.
Mm-hmm.
And this just goes back to prove my point, is that, I know, a lot of people did. When I started reading on this, a lot of people hated it.
I'm like, no, get back to Charlie and Kate and all that, like, the other.
Yeah. I'm that guy who, when we're watching Star Trek, I know you're a huge fan. Mm-hmm. When we're watching Star Trek, I enjoy, like, the time loop episode and when they go into the holodeck episodes, because a lot of the stuff you see is the characters doing the same thing over and over again.
Okay.
So it's kind of cool to see a little behind the scenes of it. So
sure.
Again, not a favorite, but it's a favorite of mine. So
sure.
There you go. My second favorite, and this will be one of the few times I actually call this out, is Jeff Fahey as Frank Lapidus. Mm-hmm. Okay? Why? Well, first of all, I love Jeff Fahey. He's a huge fan of the show.
Oh.
He tunes in every week. He actually texted me last week when I didn't have an episode, just to see if I was okay. I was like, yeah, Jeff, I'm fine. Just got a lot going on in the life.
Right.
If you don't know who Jeff Fahey is,
he's the Lawnmower Man.
He is the Lawnmower Man. He is also in one of my favorite films of all time, Body Parts, which I'm not going to give to you to watch because you complain that all of the movies I give you are bad.
So in the motorcycle, I bought a vampire motorcycle scale, where is Body Parts?
It is. Did you ever give me that back or did you keep it?
Oh, no, I gave it away.
Give it away now. Sorry.
No, I give it back to you.
Yeah, you must have. Just didn't put it back in.
Oh,
yeah, there it is. There it is. Vampire. I bought a vampire motorcycle starring Anthony Daniels. He's right there.
No, yeah.
Oh my gosh! I can't believe I'm getting paid for this script.
Putting C-3PO in a movie does not make it a good movie.
No, but it made it fun.
Yeah.
So anyway.
So, wait, what was...
It's got Body Parts. Okay. So basically, I'm not going to get off on that tangent.
Okay.
Because I've talked about Body Parts before.
Right.
But then he went on to be in a show called The Marshal, where he was a U.S. Marshal. And he's just... he's a fun... He's like Timothy Oliphant. He just seems to be kind of a man's man without being a jerk in real life. Okay? So, anyway, I really enjoyed him. So, who was Frank? Well, Frank was a helicopter pilot who was in seasons 4 through 6. He was originally supposed to be the pilot of Oceanic 815. Maybe he flew 515 that day. That could be where it happened.
I'm not going to live this down, am I?
No, you're not.
Okay, that's fine.
And he ended up not being able to fly that day. So later on, when the freighter shows up, he's actually their pilot for their helicopter. Goes back and forth. And then later on, he ends up flying them out in the Singapore airline. I think it was a Singapore Why is it that I know more of these details than you do?
It's not Singapore Airlines.
Okay, you say so.
It's Airlines.
Okay, I'm doing the editing.
I know.
And I'm going to write Singapore right there, no matter what it is.
Dare.
So it's kind of cool because he was kind of a laid-back guy, but he was the guy who was always like, "Whoa, whoa, whoa, whoa! Let's put the guns down, or let's put the hand grenade down and discuss this because I don't want to die today."
Right.
And I liked that. Also, the fact that he shows up in the very at the end too, and he's one of the few people who get off the island,
right?
In the regular way, not the jumping through,
sure.
So he was just kind of an everyman, he had a very distinct appearance, the long hair, the aviator.
Didn't he have like a Hawaiian shirt? I
don't know if it was actually Hawaiian or maybe like one of those Manila style, but yeah, he was very cool, very laid back. And Paul Bet, as we say, the dude crashed a few times. He did all of this different stuff, but yet he survived and he persevered. So I enjoyed not necessarily just the character, but the fact that Jeff Fahey was playing Frank. So,
fair enough.
There you go. So those are our honorable mentions, folks. At this point of the show is when we flip it into high gear, and we start with our number 5.
Okay. So, again, I was a fan from the beginning, but what cemented my love for the show was
Evangelist. Me too.
Is the Benjamin Linus arc.
Okay.
Okay. And there's the one that did it for me was kind of a smaller arc, but then it kept expanding and the character kept changing and evolving,
right?
And who he was and what he wanted. Again, it evolved, which is what you're supposed to do when you have characters and stories and stuff like that.
Right.
But when he showed up on the show, in his hot air balloon, and they trapped him, and he's locked.
No, that's you're thinking of Wizard of Oz. That's completely different.
We're gonna get to that.
Okay.
We're gonna get to that. So it was, and the character was played so well, and he kept that facade up. And when he was found out to not be Henry Gale, there was just a switch that flipped over, and he became Benjamin Linus. Right. And I remember like the whole time, like, hey, maybe he's bad, maybe he's like, and that's
hard. It was hard to figure out.
It was.
It really was.
And when the switch flipped, you were like, whoa, okay, he's a bad guy. Like,
right.
This is the bad guy.
It's back. It's kind of like a curtain was pulled back.
Yes.
You saw the man behind it.
Another Wizard of Oz
Well,
reference?
it's Henry Gale. Of course it is.
So speaking of that, my fun fact is, his pseudonym was supposed to be him coming from the island in the children's book, The Wizard of Oz. Henry Gale is Dorothy Gale's uncle.
Right.
So yes, I'm sure.
Scarecrow.
What?
Was it the Scarecrow that was her uncle, or was it the Tin Man?
Oh. I don't remember.
I forget. Okay.
But yeah, I'm sure I read that when it first came out, but it wasn't until I started redoing this. I was like, oh yeah, that was
really. See that when he said Henry Gale, I didn't think that he wasn't going to be who he was. I just thought it's like the wizard,
They're just making a reference.
Yeah, gotcha. That's what I thought.
But yeah, the Benjamin Linus, that small arc, but also his entire arc of. This the guy who wants to save the island,
right?
And he kept switching back and forth between how he was going to save it and who he was going to save it and why he was saving it.
Right. But it was always about saving the island.
Yes.
Save the island, save the world.
Right.
Yeah, I'm with you.
No, save the cheerleader, save the world.
I do what I want to do.
Okay.
Yeah.
So.
Okay.
He was my second favorite character.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
Did we talk about your first favorite? Okay. All right, awesome.
Your number 5?
My number 5 is a previously discussed character named Mr. Echo. So, Jeffrey's right. I do call my car Mr. Echo. just to let you know, we are a Subaru family. And so I had a red Crosstrek who Lily started calling Zuby. And it stuck. So then Tina got a new car. We got her a Subaru Crosstrek. And they started calling it Betty Blue. So when we had to go and get a third vehicle, because, Lily was driving and all that,
right.
I went and upped to an Outback to get a little more room and a little more space. And I immediately started calling it Mr. Echo because that was the first thing that came to my mind. And I was not going to let them call it, Boop Boop Baloop or whatever they were going to do. But I called it that because I really, really dug his character.
Right.
I'm going to respect the actor by not trying to say his name.
Right.
But he was fantastic. The cool thing about it, first of all, he was one of the people in the tail section. And so you don't get to see him until season 2. Season 2. And immediately, he's like, he doesn't talk. He literally walks softly and carries a big stick. And then we find out that this stick has Bible verses in it. Which again, you're like, what's going on here?
Right. Who's this dude?
And then as we find out later on, this character has had the most messed up childhood. Living in Nigeria, he ended up having to go to work, indentured slavery, whatever, to keep his brother out of the gangs. And so as he grew up, he became like the warlord, and the brother became a priest. And when his, long story short, he ends up having to pretend like he's his dead brother to get out of the country with all this stuff. So you understand that kind of that arc from being he does it for the right reasons, and then later on he's doing it for the wrong reasons, and then he comes back in the sunset of his life, and he's doing it right.
Absolutely.
So really, really enjoyed it, and I thought that the themes of like guilt, redemption, faith, all of it played together. One of my favorite scenes is the episode after Boone dies, when the plane is falling on him and stuff, and he goes out there to the Nigerian plane, and they're having those flashbacks, and I was just like enthralled. So
fair enough.
Yeah.
I like how when Mr. Echo shows up, and you don't really know who they are, you're like, this is a bad guy.
Yes.
And then within a few episodes, like, okay, he's not really a bad guy. He's
just quiet.
Right. And then when you get the flashbacks, you're like, okay, he's a bad guy. And then
the first flashbacks are when he was a kid, right?
Right.
So you're like, oh, he loves his brother. He's going to do the right thing for his brother.
Yeah, he does kill a man.
Yes, he does.
So you're like, okay, he's a bad guy, and then he becomes a good guy. And it was just back and forth. And you're like, okay, and this happens throughout a lot of Lost. It's like nobody is the good guy.
Right.
Nobody is the bad guy. Everybody has different levels, and their levels change throughout the show.
I agree. And we'll talk a little bit about that later in something else.
Sure.
But I do definitely agree that they did a very good job of hiding who the characters really were. Right. And when you get even to the end of the show, you're still kind of like, are they good?
Right.
Were they good? Were they bad? All this. So, all right. Well, that's great. So now we're going to bounce back and hear your number 4.
Okay. My number 4, and this is one of those things, again, carried throughout the entire series, was the sound and the music.
Mm-hmm.
In particular, the sounds that... love Foley stuff. So the sounds that they would make and the musical cues that would pop up, and you just knew...
The smoke monster noise.
The smoke monster noise. So, since you jumped to it, do you know what the smoke monster noise was made from?
It wasn't rubbing pumpkins together,
It was
was
not.
it?
That was your District 9.
I know. I had to say it.
I know.
No, I don't know.
So it was a tax receipt printer.
Okay.
bears, and a pneumatic air releases.
Oh.
And they just, because, there's like,
Yeah.
that is the printer printing out, and there's also the bear noise, and then the whoosh sounds is this pneumatic.
Which we heard when the smoke monster killed Mr. Echo.
Right.
For sure.
Yeah,
Fun fact.
Yeah, that was my fun fact. We kind of jumped ahead. But yes, it was...
Stole your thunder. Sorry.
I'm sorry. No, it's not. Yeah, and throughout, and they did such a good job of making you, putting you into the show and making you feel like you were there because of the sounds and the ambience, and then the music.
Yeah.
I do like the fact that they had that the one song, Life and Death, that kind of played throughout 6 seasons, and it would change here and there depending on exactly what they needed, but in general it was the same
kind of like Star Wars does.
Similar to what Star Wars does.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
They've got that core, notes. I don't know about music, but that
You know
bars.
who does? Michael.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
that dude loves him some Star Wars.
Loves some Star Wars music.
Indeed. So yeah, it was the music and the sounds. That was my number 4 favorite. Excuse me, my number 4 favorite thing.
I dig it.
Lost.
I dig it. Good job.
Yeah,
Good
thanks.
job. All right. So, since you asked, my number 4 is actually...
Jamie, what's your number 4?
Oh, thank you for asking. My number 4 is when the Swan Station implodes.
Oh, yeah.
Season 2 finale, Live Together, Die Alone. And the implosion occurs after Desmond... Well, okay, after locks them out of being able to put in the codes, and the station just starts... And then that's when we finally, after 2 seasons, we realize it is real. You do have to push it in. Or do you? Maybe this whole thing is... And then stuff starts to come down or whatever, and Desmond is freaking out. He goes into a crawl space, and he comes up with this key, and he opens it up, and just the sounds, going, and he sticks it in and turns it, and he, bam, and everything goes white. And then the next time we see it, it is literally blown up and sucked back in. And you're at that point going, what the hell is happening? Okay? And we learn later on that not only was that explosion big enough that it disrupted things across the island, that it actually went outside of the island because Penny's people picked it up as an EMP abnormality.
Yep.
And did it pull an airplane down the first time? We don't know. We found out later something similar may have done it. So I thought it was a very, very important event.
Oh yeah.
But they also made it look and feel so cool.
It was.
So that's going to be mine.
It was.
I also will say that I'm going to say this. The purple light in the sky that kind of caused them to move around later on.
The one that makes it jump through time?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I want to say that light was more blue than it was violet, and I didn't go back to check this.
Okay.
What does that matter? I don't know. But I just kind of thought that the island's power should have been more of one type of color. So I would be interested. If you're a huge fan of it, and you know the episode later on that we're talking about, when they jump through time back to the 70s, and let me know. Let us know in the comments. That would be helpful.
Let them know what?
If it was blue, or if it was purple, or if it was different because of different events. Or just let me know how you like the shirt. It's how you dislike the shirt. Either one. But until then, unless you have a question.
No, I don't have a question. I do have a comment about.
Of course you do.
No, it's a good thing.
Okay.
Season 2.
Yes.
They are in the hatch. They're inside the Swan, And the number, we were so fascinated by the numbers. And there's a few times where, like, you know, it's getting down low and somebody can't make it, or somebody's trying to stop somebody. You're just like, what's going to happen? And for an entire season, you get really close. And then at one point, like, the numbers, it hits 0, and it starts...
like the hieroglyphics
show up, and then they were red, and you were just going, what's going to happen? And they just kept that intense feeling for a whole season, and when it finally happened, so satisfying.
Yeah, it really was.
It was
for some reason, one of the things about it that I really, really liked is when you meet Desmond and you see his routine, and he's like riding on the bike and he's doing. After that all happens later on, you like find the stationary bike and you find I think part of his weight. So it's like they really, really thought about it.
They did.
And then later on, when it happens to the Dharma Initiative digging the well, it happens kind of in the same way.
Where everything gets
sucked in, you know, including us.
Yeah, that's good.
So, awesome.
Yeah.
Well, I am glad that you like it.
Another favorite part is when they get locked out. Dude, I love this show. When the door came down and everything went black, and then, like, we sat and we're paused it, like, okay, what is this? And, like, we're looking at it, like, we had no idea what any of this nonsense was, but they sure just hooked us.
Yes, they did. Yes, you know who else they hooked?
Who?
Linus.
All right.
So what's your number 3 favorite?
My number 3 favorite thing about Lost was, and this has been mentioned before, Evangeline Lilly. She was, and the character of Kate was fine. Just a beautiful woman. Just, you okay?
I'll be fine.
Here, I'll air you out.
Oh, thank you.
But yes.
And she played it close to her chest. She really did, because is she a good guy? Is she a bad guy? She killed her dad. Why did she kill her dad? Oh, she did it to save the mom.
Right.
No, not really.
You know, and then she killed... Yes. And just like Echo, you go back and forth. You know, good, bad. Who is she really? You know, is she this, sweet, innocent person?
No.
No, she, wants to kill the pilot, the whole thing. Yes.
Yeah.
I
The pilot or the marshal?
The marshal, sorry.
Okay.
That's my second mistake. Thank you for pointing that out.
I haven't been counting.
Thanks.
Okay, but you threw me there. I thought I was seriously
good.
the marshal.
You're good.
I agree so much, because it sounds so stupid. She looks great dirty, as well as when she's clean. You know. All of her looks aside, she was so infuriating, because was it going to be Jack? Was it going to be Sawyer? Oh, I love Sawyer. Oh, but I love Jack. And all of these scenes going back and forth and back and forth. I was like, girl, just pick one.
Yeah,
and
pick
stick
the
with
right
it.
one.
Yeah. And then, God, we're going to so many tangents. When Sawyer ends up with Julia.
Yep.
I was like, yeah.
Juliet,
you're right. Yeah, but I didn't have the last two letters of her name.
I got one number wrong.
Yeah.
Fine, keep going. Juliet.
I was like, yes.
Ooh.
I know, a lot of people didn't like them together.
Okay.
I did. I was like, you know what? She's good for him.
Totally agreed.
And he became a better man.
100%.
To their love. But
I wanted Kate and Sawyer. That's
okay.
I was very happy for Sawyer and Juliet to be together. They make a great couple. They would have made a better couple than Kate and Sawyer, but that's who in my head should have been together.
Okay. Not Kate and Jack.
No.
Okay. See, and for a while I thought that they would be better together. but then I was like, and then especially as it got toward the end, I was like, yeah, no, she really actually doesn't need to be with anybody.
No.
You know, so.
No.
And then except the kid. And then you find, anyway.
Right.
Okay.
Oh, wait,
fun fact?
Fun fact. So prior to Lost, all she had ever done was a few commercials.
Really?
This was her first anything at all.
Wow. And now she went on to become Wasp. No.
Yeah.
Is it Wasp?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Wasp.
Yeah.
Wow.
That should do good.
1, 2, 3, 4 movies?
Oh, I don't know.
At least 4.
Sure.
Yeah. So, awesome!
I didn't care for those. I liked the first Ant-Man, but not enough to, like, continue it.
Okay.
Just lost another friend.
Let's be honest. It really
Yeah,
was
well, yeah.
obscure.
Yeah, I get it.
Okay,
I get it.
so I want to swing back around because my number 3,
What is your number 3, Jamie?
thank you for asking,
Mm-hmm.
is the opening scene of the entire series.
Okay.
Okay? And you talked about the sound.
Mm-hmm.
For me, the sound of that one jet engine still just whirring right behind Jack,
Mm-hmm.
and you wake up to see his eye, and it pulls back, and he's pretty much perfectly fine, except for like maybe a cut on his face or something. And then Vincent runs past him,
Mm-hmm.
and he's like in a bamboo patch or something. You're like, well, what the hell? And then he comes out of the and it's utter chaos.
Right.
You know, I mean, it was beautiful
Mm-hmm.
in its total catastrophe.
Yep.
The wing standing up, and that one going, and there's people, and the marshal, and boom, instantly, the doctor takes over.
Absolutely.
Do this, do that, stop doing this, move
Yep.
this, get and it was just, and over all of it was the sound of that engine.
Yep.
And so you get to see Oceanic 815 at its worst right off the bat.
Right.
And then, okay, how could this get worse? And
Just wait till nighttime.
Just wait till nighttime.
Right.
It was just, it was a perfect scene.
Mm-hmm.
I can't pick anything apart from it. He even got Boone's sister to help. So anyway.
In that scene, I like how much character was given to people that you realize later on. So Boone shows up and Boone wants to be the hero.
Right.
But Boone is not good as a hero. But he's like, hey, do the tracheotomy thing with the pen. And he runs around getting pens. It's like, that's great. You want to be the hero, but you're not.
Yes.
Jack is immediately the hero. Claire is just, I need help.
Mm-hmm.
And
she's fine.
Right.
But
Kate is somewhere else, and that's Kate. She's like, look, I'm not really part of you guys, And there's so many little glimpses into who these characters are in that one scene, but you don't realize it until you've watched a season or two.
That's a very good point.
And you're like, okay.
That was a very good point.
This is who these people are.
Mm-hmm. Excellent. I like that. Yeah. I didn't really even think about that, but you're right, because those characters became who they showed you where they were.
Yeah,
right.
in just a snippet.
Yeah.
And you don't realize. Yeah.
That's awesome. All right.
Speaking of the first shot of the show, which is Jack laying there, his eyes open.
Right.
It was like 2 or 3 episodes until the end of the whole series.
Mm-hmm.
And I looked at my wife and I was like, I know what the final shot is going to be.
Mm-hmm.
She's like, what are you talking about? I was like, I know.
Yeah.
I was like, it's going to be Jack laying down, and then, it's going to be the opposite of the ending. It even had Vince and everything. She's like, okay, sure. And she was like, yeah, sure, Jeff. You just...
She's used to your BS.
She really is used to me babbling. And the series ended, I was like, there you go. She's like, well, that's one you got right.
Let's see. Here's mine. Hold on. We're going to get... there's your page.
There, right there.
Look at there.
There's your mark, Jeffrey. You got one. Good job, hubby.
Good job, hubby. Neither of us deserve our lives. We really don't. So
we're terrible people.
Yeah, we really are.
So,
So, this is the part of the show where we stop and we talk about what's going on in our lives.
Right.
Of course, we want to talk about Sequel House.
Let's do this.
Because I have enjoyed preparing for that first episode so much.
So much.
And I think I kind of shock and awed you a little bit.
So I was listening to it today because as of this recording, it just came out late last night, early this morning.
Yeah.
I listened to it on the way to work.
Okay.
Because behind the scenes, we did the first episode of Sequel House a while ago. We were trying to get things ready, So it just came out. I was like, oh yeah, I remember.
What'd you think of the music? A little jaunty thing. I wanted to do it short. I know that we've got some works to do, some other stuff,
right.
but okay, sorry.
That's fine. Yes, I was definitely not prepared for your ideas of what District 10 would be.
Yeah.
I like I said in the show, I think it would be hard to pull off and have a satisfying ending.
Yeah.
But I think if done right, it could be.
Yeah. Well, and it's a lot of fun. So what we do, real quick, if you're not familiar with it, it's a show where we take a movie that does not have a sequel.
Right.
For example, The Blob, the original Blob, you can't do a sequel to because
Son of the Blob.
Son of the Blob. You could do a sequel to Son of the Blob if you wanted.
All right.
Or
the '88 remake.
Mm-hmm. Man. You could do a sequel to that one.
There we go. That's right.
You also have to choose when your production is done.
Right, and that created some issues for me.
Good.
So,
I mean, in a good way, because that's the whole thing. That's what I wanted.
Totally. So, when we do the next episode, I had to sit there and I'm like, okay, I need actors who were alive and doing some kind of acting.
At that age.
Yes, at that age, in 1990, to fit the movie that I was doing, and then finding a director, I was like, I thought, okay, nobody's really going to want to direct the movie that I'm coming up with. Yeah. So it had to be somebody who was kind of up and coming, but would still fit into that category. I struggled.
Did you?
I really, especially with the director, I struggled.
Well, it was a strange period. Mine was 2014 when District 10 came out, and so what we do, it's not like a fantasy cast. You can't pick Rock Hudson from this era and somebody from today. It has to be those people, like you said, right then. And I had a lot of fun with it. But I could see going back into, what was it, like 87?
So the movie that I picked is 87, and therefore I made it 1990 when the sequel would come out.
Okay. Yeah. I can't wait to hear.
Picking the actors, that was easy for me.
Sure.
But yeah, picking a director was really hard for me. Okay. I had to spend time looking up directors and figuring it out. So yeah,
me too. I went through several choices before I got to that.
Yeah.
Well, good. So it's a lot of fun. So we invite you to go. It's on my channel right now. I have Fave 5. I have Complete Disarray, and then I'm showing the first Sequel House. It will be on. We'll put it on Red Dog Terrain as well. We're not really worried about views and being split apart or whatever, because we just want you guys to enjoy it as much as we did. And it also streams on Spotify and Apple Podcasts and all of those other ones. I just got the RSS feed yesterday.
Nice.
It's disseminated. It should be on other platforms already. So if you watch it and you like it, leave comments.
Yeah.
Tell us, hey, you should consider doing this movie.
Oh, I'd be okay with that.
Yeah.
If somebody's like, hey, I think I'd be okay taking suggestions for movies to Sequel House.
Yeah. Doesn't necessarily mean that we will.
Right.
But we would appreciate the feedback.
Yeah.
And we're going to go ahead and tell you, in April, we're shaking things up for that 1 month because of April Fools.
Oh, I forgot what we were doing for April.
I have it written down.
Okay.
Yeah. I'll tell you when we finish.
All right.
And that's going to be fun, too. But 11 other months out of the year.
Oh, yeah. We're going to try and do it once a month.
Yeah, once a month. So there you go.
Yeah.
Also, we're coming into Thanksgiving and Christmas time. I know that dates the episode, but I still like to talk about what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
Cajun Con is coming up next month.
Right.
Super excited to go to that. I wasn't able to get a booth, but I'm still going.
Nice.
And there are tons of people that are going to be there. So definitely, it's free to get in. They're giving golden tickets as long as you can get one.
Yep.
And it's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah. I'm excited. Again, that con there's the list just keeps going and going.
Yeah.
Do you have a particular person that you are really excited to meet?
I'll be honest, I don't even know if I will get in line and get autographs and stuff.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna go and just take some videos and maybe do some interviews of people who are meeting their fans and stuff. Because I looked at the list, and there's a lot of cool people on that list. There really are. That's if you look at my show and you look at what I do, I never really go for the super big stars.
Mm-hmm.
I like just talking to people who are excited about meeting their heroes.
That's fair.
So I don't know. Nice. We'll see. You never know. I'll always bring a little bit of money with me just in case. Not too much, so I don't go wild.
Fair enough.
So, yeah, cool. Yeah. And then Christmas, the new year, and it'll be 2026, season 7 of Fave 5 from Fans.
Wow.
Yeah.
You've been in 7 years?
It will be.
Okay.
It'll be the beginning of the 7th year.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. You see my little frame right there with the ROM cover?
Mm-hmm.
That's from my buddy Tobias, the Kodachrome, Dr. Chopper. He takes comic covers and makes them. So this is really,
I like it.
So yeah, I like it.
Don't you have a Luke Cage?
I do. It's right behind us too.
Oh, okay.
Luke Cage, and then I have Orca from the back. See, when I was a kid,
Like the whale?
Yeah, there was a movie that they made after they made Jaws. It's called Orca.
Okay. Yeah.
And it was on the back of comic books for like a couple of months. Every comic book had it on there.
Right.
So one of the first things I ever bought from him was he took that full size and made it 3D.
That's cool.
Yeah, I love it. So,
never seen Orca.
Now you.
Again, on the I bought a vampire motorcycle scale,
It's much better. It's much better.
Well, yeah, because it can't be, because I bought a vampire motorcycle is the bottom.
Okay, so why don't you take home Zoltan, Hound of Dracula,
No.
and compare it.
Zoltan.
Mhm.
Dude, this looks odd.
It's awesome. And then you tell me which is worse. It's got Jose Ferrer
Who's that?
and Michael Pataki.
Who's that?
Right. So, if there's nothing else that you want to talk about.
No, look, this is the start of my Thanksgiving vacation.
Yeah, I know. You got 9 days off.
9 days off.
Oh.
I've got so many plans.
That's
so many things I
awesome.
want to do.
That's awesome.
I'm ready.
I'm happy for you.
Me too.
All right. Well, then there are 17 or 18 Hungarians. I know.
Wow. You just lost
I just
five
lost,
of them.
Most of them don't speak English, so maybe they thought I was disparaging, Norway. They're all circled around that one computer, streaming us, wanting to know. Ready? I'm going to do this. Our penultimate selections.
Pretty good.
I know. Hey, we're getting better.
They are.
So why don't you tell me what your second favorite thing about Lost was?
My second...
Or is, I guess, because you keep rewatching it.
Right. My second favorite thing about Lost is Sawyer.
Oh.
He's my favorite character of the whole thing. Almost from the beginning, I was like, that's my guy.
He's a hottie, that's for sure.
Look, Evangeline Lily's on my list for certain reasons. He's just as hot as she is in a different way.
You're man enough to say that.
I am. So
secure enough in your masculinity.
I sure am. So here's my thing about Sawyer.
Okay.
Sawyer is both very stupid and very smart.
Yes, I will agree with that.
Sawyer is an amazing con person and easily manipulated.
Correct.
He wants to be loved more than anything, and then pushes everybody away and won't accept it.
Right.
he has been hurt numerous times, and then hurts the ones he loves.
Yeah.
And he is his own dichotomy. No, whatever it is, I don't know. He is
his own worst enemy.
There you go. You know, I was so fascinated by this guy that he was so cool and then so aloof and it was fun to watch him. It was fun to watch him wreck his entire life so many times and then try and rebuild it. And then he would get the good that he wanted, or he'd get what he wanted, and then he would sabotage himself again, or let somebody sabotage him. And then he would be mad at the whole world, and then he would try and do it again. Just over and over again. I'm like, man, can you just get it together and just, accept that these people like you. Be friends with Hurley. Run off with Kate. Run off with Juliet. Be the hero that you want to be, but you won't let yourself because you're so scared. And then that's another opposite. He's scared of everything.
Yeah.
And then he's also the bravest one. He's the first one to charge in.
You just can't make your mind up. No, you, not him.
Oh, I know. I made up my mind. He's my favorite. He was a great character, and it was. Sure, it was kind of simplistic, and you knew who he was and that, but I still enjoyed the character. I enjoyed the ride. I enjoyed seeing him fail and succeed over and over again.
I loved when he had to wear glasses. Oh, so fantastic. That was so fantastic.
It was great.
And then what would he do? He would be reading a motorcycle repair manual or something to keep the baby. Yeah. So, gotta ask, did you watch Duster?
I don't know what that is.
Okay. That is a show that he is doing, or did.
Okay.
It's 10 episodes. It was one season. They've already canceled it, so whatever. So, it's him, and Keith David is in it. Who, Keith David. He's in, You saw The Thing?
Yep.
He's Charles.
All right.
Okay.
All right. Cool.
And it's set in the 70s, and he drives a Plymouth Duster.
Okay.
And he basically runs things for Keith David's character, who is a mobster.
Okay.
It is a lot of fun. And if you do watch it, I'll find out where it's streaming and let you know.
Sure.
If you do watch it, do not skip the intro like we all do so often.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
Because the title sequence changes.
Oh, nice.
And there are little things in it. And the whole thing is done with like little race cars, little Hot Wheels cars type deal.
Oh, that's cool.
It's done. It's really, really done well.
Stop motion, or is it like a little?
No, it's stop motion.
Okay.
Yeah, it's cool. So a lot, if you watch it, you kind of get an idea of what's going to be happening.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah, but a lot of people I've talked to, they're like, "Oh no, I'll watch the first one. I just skip it after that." Gotta go back. Gotta go back. Yep. So check it out. Duster.
Okay.
Let's go.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
So, I've seen other things that the actor has done.
I haven't.
There's a few other things. It's like, it's okay.
Yeah, he's good in this.
Yeah,
he's really good. He is very Sawyerish in this.
Yes.
Okay, but except he is a good guy, and he is trying to do. Even though he works for a mobster, and he there is a good side to him that he lets out a lot.
Okay.
And he ends up. Anyway, it's very good. So definitely check it out.
Cool.
Jerk and an abusive husband, and then you find out that he really wasn't, and that he loved his wife.
Mm-hmm.
Then Rose and Bernard.
Shy Rose and Bernard.
Even when it's like in the future and they're living in the house by themselves, they're still Rose and Bernard.
Rose and Bernard.
And the fact that they could have left and chose not to because of what the island gave to Rose. Loved it.
With Bernard.
Yep. Hurley and Libby, which broke my heart. I understand why they had to do it. Didn't have anything to do with the series or the plot or anything like that. It had to do with Michelle Rodriguez and this actress made some bad choices. And you don't know this story?
I don't know the story.
I don't want to tell it off wrong, but I want to say that the two of them were arrested by Hawaiian police for drunk driving.
I do remember this vaguely.
Yeah, and that's why they like that and they killed them off. It wasn't written that way.
Interesting.
So yeah, go.
Okay.
There's this website called Lostpedia. They great stuff. Great stuff there. But there was so much that was because she was in the asylum with him.
Dude,
you know
when they showed that shot and the pain, you're like, I completely freaked out.
I did too, and I loved Libby because she was so sweet.
Right, and that's what Hurley really needed.
He really did. He needed somebody to see him because he was such a good guy. Not
Right.
this,
Right.
but him, and she did.
Right.
And she saw it way before they even came to the island. So it kind of breaks my heart that that he never got his swan song.
Mm-hmm.
And Michael.
Right.
You know, so all of that. They were my favorite couple. I mean, they were the ones that broke my heart.
Mm-hmm.
My favorite couple had to be Charlie and Claire. And I say that
Go on.
completely because of the scene with the non-existent peanut butter.
Yes.
Okay? He was a mess. A total mess.
Right.
Okay? He was doing heroin. He gave up on it. He walked around with a statue of the Virgin Mary full of heroin.
Right.
You know, all of this, he was all of these things trying to wreck his life.
Mm-hmm.
And when it came time to be the hero and to save, yeah, there were all those people. He was saving Claire and the baby.
Mm-hmm.
Aaron wasn't his biological son, but he laid his life so that he and his mom would be safe.
Yep.
Now, I have a huge problem with that scene.
I know you do.
Yeah, but I'm not a marine biologist, physics engineer guy.
Not anymore.
Yeah. But that love,
Mm-hmm.
the whole island's love, just I think raised the bar for me. And like I said, I go back to all of these and how they, even after maybe one of them died, that love was still strong to the end. You know?
No, I get it. So
That's it.
Jin and Sun.
Yes.
I cried when
Yep.
that happens. I cry, and Haley, my wife, will not be in the room for that scene.
Okay.
When I was rewatching,
She's so embarrassed by your crying.
so
You just, hey, take this.
right. Thanks.
Yeah.
So she will not be in the room for
It's
that.
heartbreaking.
Right. So when I rewatched it, she's like, "Hey, let me know when you get to episode whatever it is, 13." She's like, "Cause I'm gonna go like take a bath or so, I'm gonna be not here." And I was like, "I get it."
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hated Jen. Hated him. You know, I was like, oh my. And then you find out how much he really gave up and
Yes.
that she didn't know about.
Mm-hmm.
And she was ready to walk on him. Like she was doing all this. And then when she was pregnant and you're like, whose baby is it? Oh man, that ate me up.
Yeah.
That ate me up.
Yeah.
But
they're my favorite couple.
are they?
Yeah.
They're a good couple too. They are. I mean, all of these
Oh, yeah.
are. It's just that whole, and then when they finally get peanut butter, it's like oh
Shit.
yeah. Okay, well, this is the part of the show that you've all been waiting for, or you didn't wait and now you're just fast forwarded to it. It is our ultimate favorite things about Lost.
Okay.
Jeffrey, please let us know.
I had most of the time when I do your show, the number one I've got picked out from the beginning.
Oh, I did that for this one right away.
I really struggled with this one.
There's a lot. Greg Greenberg could be your favorite.
Who is Greg Greenberg?
Oh, okay. You and I have got to talk.
No, legitimately.
He was the pilot of
Oh, yes.
815. Okay. He
I
is
just know
in
his name.
every J.J. Abrams show ever. Sometimes it's just his voice.
Mm-hmm.
He was in Star Wars.
I know he was.
Okay. But you
I just didn't know his name.
the actor's name.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, Polar Bear.
No. So
The Spanish Flash comic book?
Okay, hold on. So here's the thing. Yes to those.
Okay.
I could not pick a favorite.
Okay.
So, and you might hate this, my favorite thing about Lost is...
I hate it. I'm sorry. Oh, I'm sorry. I gotta wait till you say it.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
My favorite thing about Lost was all the WTF moments.
Oh, God.
And this is a family show.
Yes.
So WTF stands for What's This Foolishness?
Oh, it's not What the Frack?
What's This Foolishness?
Okay.
Okay.
Lay him out there.
So, the first one where I was like, what is going on, is when you find out that Locke was a paraplegic.
Uh-huh.
Okay?
Yep.
When Sun speaks English, you're just like,
What?
and it was over and over again. I was like, what are you talking about? We've been duped this whole time. When Ethan, when you realize and you're just screaming at the TV, who is Ethan? What is he doing?
Yeah.
Again, another favorite is when the light comes blasting out of the hatch.
Yes.
And to end season 1, and I'm like, you're telling me I've got to wait 7 months to figure out what is going on? When Michael shoots Ana Lucia and Libby, I was not expecting that at all.
Right.
Because he shoots Ana Lucia first,
Mm-hmm.
and you're like, oh no, this is terrible, and then just spins around. And could not handle that one. The first flash forward.
Uh-huh.
When they reveal that, because we used to all watch it together, we all lost our mind. And we're just going, wait, and
Yeah.
when the island disappears, it just sinks in. When Saeed shoots Benjamin, when they killed Alex, Benjamin's child, the first flash sideways, which threw us all for a loop. Right? We didn't understand that one.
Yeah.
Sun and Jen's death. The first appearance of the heart of the island. It was all these moments where everybody in the room was just going, what is going on?
Is that your list?
Yes.
Okay. The 3-toed statues or 4-toed statues?
Right.
That one for me was like WTF.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, because it's one of those things that you're seeing. What? It's all that's left is this. It must have been. Wait a minute. 1, 2, 3.
Right.
1, 2, 3. And you had to do it fast because.
But they pointed out though.
Yeah.
And it was like, okay, cool.
Yeah.
I want to build that for Red Dog Terrain. That's one of the things I want to build is just the island and that part.
Oh, that's in a little sailboat.
I don't know if that good.
Well, there are again when Greg is in the very front nose section, and what we know now is the smoke monster sucks him out.
Yes.
Okay. When when they take the I guess it's like a FedEx container to use to chop his what?
Right.
When you find out who is actually in the plane, the Nigerian plane.
Mm-hmm.
God, you could go on.
When
and
Boone
on
dies being crushed by an airplane,
by an airplane.
Right.
When
what was it? When speaking of the airplane, when they look up from top and you realize,
Pearl.
oh, this is this.
Yeah.
Again, those are the moments that kept me coming back to Lost.
Right.
And kept me, spending hours reading on, Lostpedia trying to figure out what this thing is and all the theories and all those WTF moments
that's what did it for me for Lost.
Do you happen to have a fun fact about that?
I do have a fun...
Do you? I'd love to hear it.
So, the Man in Black has the largest kill count with 47.
Okay.
That's my fun fact.
Okay. Well,
because
awesome.
I couldn't get like one fun fact that kind of did them all, so I was like, all right. So I looked up, I was like, who killed the most people? And it was the Man in Black.
Yeah. That whole thing was kind of like, but still, I dug it. You know,
right?
I dug it.
So Jamie, what is your ultimate favorite thing about the TV show Lost?
So mine is actually 6 things.
Look, if I could make a list of WTF moments, you can go ahead and make 6 things. Sure.
My favorite things were 4, 8, 15, 16, 23, and 42.
Right.
The numbers. You talk about going down a rabbit hole, okay? So those numbers, which are known as the Valenzetti equation,
okay.
You take those numbers, you add them up, it becomes 108.
Right.
It's 108 minutes between when you have to type those 6 letters in,
right,
or the world ends. Okay. Right. The numbers assigned to the 6 candidates at the end. We talked about it earlier when the Hatch Penny's people caught a EM abnormality of 74,188,880 whatevers, which is the numbers in order multiplied.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So many places it shows up like on the speedometer. Not only does all 6 of them show up, sometimes only small groups of them come together, but they're always in order, and it's always here. It's everywhere. Of all of the different uses in the show of the numbers, my favorite, the one that I got most excited because I saw it right away, is in the airport when Hurley is headed toward his gate. And there is a girls' soccer team.
That was my favorite too.
And they are lined up, and each one of their jerseys is the number. And it's like that. And you're past it, and I was like, that was the numbers!
Yep.
They're on the hatch. The numbers are on the hatch, you know? So many different ones.
Yes.
And it is so embedded in our culture now.
Oh, yeah.
If you watched The Good Place... Okay. Season 3, episode 7, when they're growing over Eleanor's case, her case number is the numbers. Okay.
Nice.
There is an episode of How I Met Your Mother.
Okay.
That Hurley shows up on, and the numbers.
Okay.
Okay. And somewhere, I don't play it, but on Minecraft, I think the earlier versions of it, on the main screen when you log in, the numbers are there.
That's awesome.
And it's of course, 42 is the perfect number. That's the
Days of Life universe and everything.
exactly.
Right.
Just so you know, what was it? If you didn't finish the show or you didn't understand the show, this equation was created by a fictional mathematician, and it was a formula that would predict the exact number of years, months, and days until humanity's extinction. Okay? And the Dharma Initiative took this because that equation included things like environmental, human, and other factors to figure out when this would happen. Doomsday used that on this special island to try to avert man's end.
Yep.
Okay?
Cool.
And it was never really fully explained because, and from reading here, they wanted you as the viewer to decide, well, how did you figure this out? How did which I kind of dug, but I also like answers. But early on, we learned you're not going to get all the answers from Lost. So it
Not
is
even
best. Yeah, not even close. So it is best to just kind of roll with it and say, oh, this kind of. I do like that they named him. His first name is Enzo, so they kind of rounded him out a little bit. If you've ever watched Alias, which is another J.J. Abrams project,
I did.
there is a whole thing in that about this mathematician, engineer, artist, whatever, who came up with, I think it was called Rambaldi. And Rambaldi came up with all of these things like in the 16th or 17th century that was present today. And so it had a lot of this, once they explained this in Lost, it had a lot of that same feel to it.
Okay.
And I was like, oh, that's kind of cool.
Neat.
So, that's got to be what mine are. I loved the numbers.
Oh, yeah.
And if you go online, there are a lot more times where it showed up, not just in the show, but in other things. And so there's no way that it was by mistake.
Right. No. And I really enjoy the numbers. I enjoyed trying to find them, all that. And then people started getting crazy with it. And they were like, oh, well, if you add all of them together, you get this. And then, like, some people were like, well, if you add just this part, and people went nuts with the numbers.
Which is fun, because it does, let you do things with it. And are there coincidences in the world?
Sure.
Or are they? Maybe, no, I'm just saying, for these people, maybe everything is planned out for us. And if we can figure out how this equation, then maybe we can break out of it.
There you go.
All that stuff. So anyway, so I really dug it. So
I wish the numbers would have made another appearance or two towards the end.
Right.
Again, just let's tie it all back together.
Maybe when they had the cars lined up at the church there at the end, maybe the license numbers or something.
I bet you there's somebody that's watching right now going,
You dummies! It was right there!
Look at it! Why can't you see it?
So, before we wrap up, there were so many things.
Okay.
Jack's tattoos were another just... and then when you found the story out about them, okay? Jack's son, he was so annoying, but he was perfect, because you get, you get what you get, and you kind of, in that future, that side, whatever, you weren't there for him, and so now, this is what happens. What's another thing of yours that didn't make it on here?
I don't know. You put me on the spot. Thanks.
Crazy Claire. Two things.
Okay.
The fact that she went crazy after they took and killed her baby.
Right.
And the fact that they hadn't killed her baby, but yet when everybody was telling her they haven't killed your baby, she was still as nutty as a 3-pound can of Dharma Initiative peanut butter. Okay?
Fair.
You got done?
I do. Okay. The fun Hurley moments. Where he's like, hey, I'm going to make a golf course. Or when they got when I think it was Team Sawyer and Hurley get the VW van back running, and they're just bouncing around, having a good old time.
Yeah.
Speaking of Hurley, that one of it was kind of sad, is when his Walkman battery dies.
Yes. And what was he listening to?
Oh, I don't remember.
I think it was Drive Shaft.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, I think it was Drive Shaft.
Neato.
Yeah. One of the other things that I really enjoyed was the others. Okay?
Okay.
Because you just didn't know what the others were. Are they those people from the tail section? Are they cannibals? Are they taking in mind-wiping children?
Right.
All of this stuff. What really happened?
When they're hiding in the bush, and they all walk by, and the one goes by with the teddy bear. Like, well, this is what is
what is this?
Right?
What is this? And then you remember there were kids, and then you're like, holy
is that them?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. You know, and all the Sawyer moments. Like, if something went missing, Sawyer's got it. If there was something from the plane they needed, Sawyer's got it.
Right?
You know, and Jack was just like, hey, give it to me. Well, I'm not giving it to you. And then what happens at the end? He gives it to him.
Right.
You know. So, just so many fun things
Right.
about it. I think the show, all of the naysayers, I think all of that is eclipsed by all of these things and many, many more. And that's why I say, even though you've heard people that didn't like the ending,
Right.
you know what? Sometimes it's not the destination. Sometimes it's the journey.
I also think a lot of people did not understand the ending.
Yes. And that's true. And I think that was on purpose. Were they in purgatory? Were they dead? Did it all happen in Jack's mind as he lays on the beach dying? All of these different ideas.
And maybe because I got too far into it, and I was, but to me the ending made sense, But I remember when the series ended, going to work, people going, okay, what was that? What happened? And again, was this purgatory where the dead? And I was like, no. Did you watch it? Because it tells you what it is.
I don't know that I agree with that statement.
That it doesn't tell you what it is?
I don't think it tells you what it is. I think it says, here's what is happening. Okay? But where and how is it happening? Is it in Jack's mind? Is it in a snow globe? From an autistic child that pulls back. Did you watch St. Elsewhere?
I know the reference you're making, but I didn't watch it.
And we could do a whole show on just
and I don't want to do that.
Yeah,
I don't want to go down that rabbit hole.
All I can say is that no matter what anybody says about the ending, you should watch the show.
I agree.
Yeah. So you should. It's my show. Otherwise, you're never coming back. Well, folks, that concludes the countdown of our favorite things from the Lost TV show. I'd like to thank Jeff for coming on, but I'm not going to. So, thanks for going through. I know this was tough because there are so many things about this show.
Yeah.
It took a while, and I'm sorry I double booked you.
I'm used to it now.
Which, though, by the way, all of my new guests can now be directed to bit.ly, which is bit.ly. /book PM Studios.
Okay.
And you can go on there when we're talking about coming on the show. You can see all of my available time slots. You can pick your own, nice. And I get an email, and you get an email.
Oh,
yeah.
Neato.
Yeah,
right.
So it's called simplybooking.com. Simplybooking.me. And it's a great website, and if you have rental properties or you have services or whatever, go and check them out. And they're not paying me. I'm just saying it was really has worked out for me.
Yeah, good service.
Yeah, good service. Yeah. All right, well, thanks for tuning in to this episode and all of the episodes of Fave 5 from Friends. We hope you enjoyed getting lost with us.
Yeah.
And if this episode resonated with you, in all seriousness, please go and leave us. I'm not begging, but I am. Go leave us a review. Share it somewhere on your, if you're a Lost fan and you've never seen our show before, go back and find some of the old ones. We've got so many shows.
199 of them.
Well, the 198 right now.
Oh.
Well, actually, there is 199 because I have an episode 0 where Chuck and I talked about what the show was going to be like. Yeah. And if you didn't like it, that's totally. We're not everybody's cup of tea.
Nope.
So maybe find somebody in the office you don't like and say, "Hey, I heard this really great. You should listen to this," and then maybe that'll just ruin their day. Use us, whatever it takes for it. You can find us on YouTube and across all of social media. We do X, We do Instagram. We do TikTok. We do
Blue Sky.
Blue Sky.
Facebook.
Oh, we do the Facebook. Yes, we do the Facebook. So find us on there and connect with us. Comment. Tell us what you like. Tell us what we missed. Not what we got wrong, because remember, this is a show about favorites. So
well, unless you said the wrong number, like I did, and then somebody will point it out, like the host.
With the most. So we want to thank you for being a part of the Plastic Microphone Studios. And speaking of the Plastic Microphone Studios, go on over to X and check out PM Studios Pod and all of the different shows like this show, Fave 5 for Fans, Average Home Theater Reviews, Red Dog Terrain, Complete Disarray with JB Ray, and now Sequel House. Woo, woo.
Sequel House.
Yep. And I've said this for a year now. Coming next year, we're finally going to do Hanging with Hitch. So watch for that to come out. You can get all of it at YouTube. It's, all of my stuff is at YouTube. All of their stuff is on YouTube. Find us, share it, love it. New episodes come out every Friday.
Unless they don't.
You just couldn't let me have it.
I could have done worse.
You just couldn't let me have it. So be sure to subscribe so you can catch all of the episodes. And remember, folks, it may not be the best. It may not be the most popular. But if it's your favorite, that's good enough for us. Thanks so much for joining us. Jeff, take us out.
Bye.
Did you have that written down? I mean, that was eloquent, man. It was so eloquent.
Nope. Just a bye.
Okay.
I hit the record button.
Like, oh, crap!